Hello students, welcome back to Career Power Hyderabad powered by Adda 24/7. So students, today we'll see the important current affairs, but before going into the video, please subscribe our YouTube channel, like and share our videos, join the Telegram channel, download the Career Power Hyderabad app. We'll provide the links in the description as well as comment section below. So let us see the first current affair for today. So Karl Nehammer, so he is the new Chancellor of Austria. So Karl Nehammer was appointed as the new Chancellor of Australia. So this ceremony was held in the Hofburg Palace in Vienna, the capital city of Austria. So he was made the chancellor by the President of Austria, Alexander van der Bellen. So he will succeed Alexander Schallenberg. So who was made the chancellor in October 2021. And recently in Austria, three new chancellors were appointed in this past 2 months. So there was a lot of political instability in the country. So finally now Karl Nehammer was appointed as the Chancellor of Austria. So he is the third person to hold the role of Austria's Chancellor in the last 2 months. So he belonged to the conservative ruling party, the Austria's People's Party. So earlier he worked as an interior minister. Okay, so this is the flag of Austria. Austria is an European nation which is surrounded by the Germany, France, Croatia, Italy, Slovakia, Poland. You will find all these countries. So it's a European nation, and India is very far away from Austria. So Austria's capital is Vienna and currency is euro. So next, Haryana launched a new integrated command and control center in Karnal. Okay, so as a part of the Karnal Smart City project, this integrated command and control center was inaugurated. So this control center will enable the functioning of advanced systems like adaptive traffic control, automatic number plate recognition, detection of red light violation and speed violations. Okay. So who launched this? It is Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar and Haryana Governor is Bandaru Dattatreya. Okay. So with this command control center, you can bring out the public address system, okay, and also various web and mobile applications related to the city administration, building management systems, environmental management systems, and many other things. So this command control center will also be the city's emergency and disaster management center, enhancing safety, security, and providing better public services to the city. So it will also help the police in maintaining law and order. So similar type of command center is also present in Hyderabad city. So same way, Haryana has launched the integrated command center control center. Next, Nagaland has created 3 new districts. So with this, they have total 15 districts in the state. So the 3 new districts are Newland, Semenyu and Chumukidama. So Chumukidama, Newland and Semenyu are the 3 new districts of the Nagaland state. Okay. So last year only, the 12th district of Nagaland was launched. It is Noklak, and now we have 3 more districts, total 15 districts in Nagaland. So from Kohima district, Semenyu was made the new district. From Dimapur district, Newland and Chumukidima were made the new districts. They were carved out as new districts. So total 11 tribes are asking for 11 districts, but only 3 were made as districts because this particular district has one particular tribe. Okay, so only districts where there is one single tribe, they are making it as a separate district for better administration. So Nagaland Chief Minister Nephew Roy, Governor is Jagdish Mukhi. Next, Rishabh Pant was made the Uttarakhand's new brand ambassador. So Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami announced that Indian wicketkeeper batsman Rishabh Pant will be the new brand ambassador of the state. So Rishabh Pant is a middle order wicketkeeper batsman who plays for Team India, Delhi team and Delhi Capitals in IPL. So he is made the new brand ambassador. So Uttarakhand Governor Lieutenant General Gurmeet Singh and Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhami. So next, Gujarat Alkalis and Chemicals Limited and Gas Authority of India Limited. So both of them have tied an agreement to build a bioethanol plant with a capacity of 500 kiloliters per day in Gujarat state. So both GAIL and Gujarat Alkalis and Chemicals Limited, they will build bioethanol plant. So this bioethanol plant as a part of PM Modi's project to blend 20% ethanol in petrol by 2025. So PM Modi has a target that 20% ethanol blending should be happen in petrol by 2025, and also to reduce the import of crude oil. This will reduce the import of crude oil into the country. So this project is constructed at a cost of 1000 crores. So this will generate revenue, annual revenue of 1500 crores. Okay, and also $70 million of foreign exchange will be saved because of this ethanol plant every year. So Gujarat Alkalis and Chemicals established 1973, headquarters is in Vadodara in Gujarat. Gas Authority of India Limited established in 1984, headquarters is in New Delhi. So India registers highest ever annual foreign direct investment inflow of $81 billion in 2020-21. So $81.97 billion is the foreign direct investment inflow into the country in 2020-21. So in the last 7 years, the foreign direct investment into India is 440 billion. So when BJP came into power till today, $440 billion is the total foreign direct investment into the country, which is 58% of the total FDI inflows in the last 21 years. So top 5 countries which are investing in India are Singapore, Mauritius, USA, Netherlands and Japan. And top attraction sector is computer software and hardware. So highest foreign direct investment is present in computer software and hardware, followed by service sector, trading and telecommunications. So what is foreign direct investment? So foreign investments are two types, foreign direct and foreign portfolio. So foreign direct investment means a non-resident will acquire ownership of assets in India. So that is foreign direct investment. Suppose Microsoft is establishing a company in India, Kia is establishing a company in India, then it is called foreign direct investment. What is foreign portfolio investment? If you are buying shares of a company, it is called foreign portfolio investment. Suppose Warren Buffett is buying some shares of Reliance, it is foreign portfolio investment. If Saudi Arabia king is buying some shares in Reliance, it is foreign portfolio investment. Portfolio means just investing, buying shares in a company. Direct investment means establishing a company in India. Okay, so this is about foreign investments. So next, Ima Raducanu was named the BCC Sports Personality of the Year 2021. Okay, so this award is given by the British Broadcasting Corporation. So this year, tennis star Ima was given the prize. She is the Sports Personality of the Year. So British Broadcasting Corporation is a national broadcaster of United Kingdom, which is established in 1922. It is headquartered in London. It's the world's oldest national broadcaster and largest broadcaster in the terms of number of employees. So they also gave a lot of other awards like the Coach of the Year, Team of the Year, World Sports Star, Lifetime Achievement, Helen Award, Unsung Hero, Young Sports Personality of the Year. So please go through all these awards, very important. Remember the sports personality Ima Raducanu. Okay. So next, Steel Authority of India Limited, SAIL, they were given the Golden Peacock Environment Management Award 2021. Okay. So for this successive 3 years, Steel Authority of India Limited was awarded this award. So this award is presented for significant achievements in environment management by the World Environment Foundation since 1998. So this award will be presented at the annual World Congress on Environment Management, and then only the award will be presented to the Steel Authority of India Limited, which is established in 1954. Headquarters is in New Delhi. So next, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, DIPIT. So they have launched logistics. So logistics, it's a unified logistics interface platform hackathon called Logistics. So this is to bring more ideas which benefit the logistics sector. So this hackathon was launched by Niti Aayog and Atal Innovation Mission. They were supported by the National Industrial Corridor Development Corporation and National Industrial Corridor Development Corporation Logistics Data Bank Service Limited. So both of them also supported this particular hackathon. So this particular hackathon is designed to enhance the efficiency and reduce logistic cost in India to create a transparent platform which can provide real-time information to all the stakeholders. So who organized this? Niti Aayog, established in 2015. Niti Aayog, headquarters in Delhi. Chairman Narendra Modi, Vice Chairman Rajiv Kumar, CEO Amitabh Kant. Who supported this logistics hackathon? National Industrial Corporation Development Corridor, National Industrial Corridor Development Corporation, established in 2008. Headquarters is in New Delhi. Logistics Data Bank Service Limited, established in 2015. Headquarters is in Noida, UP. So next, India won a total of 16 medals, 4 gold, 7 silver, 5 bronze in the Commonwealth Weightlifting Championship, which was held in Tashkent, the capital of Uzbekistan, between December 7 to December 17. So in parallel to the Commonwealth Weightlifting Championship, World Weightlifting Championship was also held, and only one Indian won the award. It is Vidyarani Devi. She only won the award in World Championship, and in the Commonwealth Championship, India won total 16 medals. So in the World Championship, Vidyarani Devi won gold medal in the 55 kg clean and jerk category. Okay, so here is the list of all the winners, the gold medal, silver and bronze medal winners. Please go through the list. Next, Badminton World Federation Championship. So Kidambi Srikanth, he won the silver medal. Okay, so in the same men's singles title, Kidambi Srikanth won silver and Lakshya Sen won the bronze. So India won total 2 medals in this Badminton World Federation Championships. So Kidambi Srikanth silver, Lakshya Sen bronze. Okay, so this is also called the Total Energies World Championship 2021. It was held between December 12 to 19 in Spain. Okay, so Badminton World Federation, it's a governing body of the sport of badminton, established in 1934. Headquarters is in Kuala Lumpur. So next, the book title India's Ancient Legacy of Wellness. So it is authored by Rekha Chaudhary. So this book is launched by the Maharashtra Governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari. So this book is launched on the day of World Digital Day celebration. This book is mainly to describe, to highlight how important it is for human beings to be close to the nature, which helps them to revive and recharge to do productive work. So India's Ancient Legacy of Wellness, authored by Rekha Chaudhary. So Good Governance Week is observed from 20 to 25th December. So Union Minister Jitendra Singh, he inaugurated the Good Governance Week and the campaign for aiming to showcase and replicate best governance practices to the grassroots levels. So this is observed from 20 to 25. So during this week, 700 district collectors, they will visit the tehsil, that is mandal level, Panchayat Samiti headquarters, and they will provide timely grievance redressal and improve the service delivery system. Okay. So this particular week is celebrated by the Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances, Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions, in collaboration with various other ministries and departments. So during this campaign, from 21st to 25th, there are various activities. You can see the entire list. So former Supreme Court Justice Nanavati, so who headed the 2002 Godhra riots case and also 1984 anti-Sikh riots case, so he passed away recently. So former Supreme Court Judge G.T. Nanavati passed away recently. He passed at the age of 86. He joined Supreme Court Judge in 1995 and retired in 2000. So he expired. So next, one more important personality, former Union Minister who belonged to Congress Party, veteran leader of Congress Party, former textile minister, so R.L. Jalappa, who belongs to the Karnataka state. So he also passed away recently. He is the founder and chairman of Devraj Medical College in Kolar and Jalappa Institute of Technology. So in 1979, he quit Congress to form the Karnataka Kranti Ranga with the former Chief Minister Devraj, but later they rejoined Congress. It's a big story. So he also passed away recently. So final news for today, the International Arbitration and Mediation Center was inaugurated in Hyderabad by the Chief Justice of India, Justice N.V. Ramana, and Chief Minister of Telangana, K. Chandrasekhar Rao. So both of them inaugurated India's first International Arbitration and Mediation Center. So this will have arbitrators and mediators from around the world. So like countries from Singapore and UK. Singapore is the world's biggest arbitrator center. So like from Singapore and UK, there are arbitrators and mediators present in this center. So this is established mainly to quickly resolve the issues that arise due to lack of sufficient judges. So this arbitration center is an alternate dispute resolution mechanism. So India brought out this alternate dispute resolution mechanism. So there is a lot of burden on the courts in India. So that is why these type of arbitration mediation centers will help to resolve disputes. So they will take up cases like commercial disputes and also disputes of ordinary people too. So alternative dispute resolution mechanism is mainly to working together cooperatively to reach best resolution for everyone. Okay. So this is mainly to reduce the burden of litigation on courts, to provide satisfying, well-rounded experience for parties involved. So it is launched in Telangana. So Telangana Governor Tamilisai Soundararajan, Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao. So quickly we'll revise. So Karl Nehammer is the Chancellor of Austria. Haryana launched Integrated Command and Control Center in Karnal. Nagaland, 3 more districts, total districts in Nagaland 15. Rishabh Pant, Uttarakhand Brand Ambassador. So Gujarat Alkalis and Chemicals Limited, Gas Authority of India Limited, they are launching bioethanol plant in Gujarat. So US dollars 81.97 billion is the highest ever annual FDI flow in 2020-21. So EMA was given the BCC Sports Personality of the Year. She is a tennis star. So Steel Authority of India Limited was given the Golden Peacock Environment Management Award. Logistics, is a hackathon launched by the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade along with NITI Aayog, Atal Innovation Mission and National Industrial Corridor Development Corporation and Data Bank. So 16 medals India won in the Commonwealth weightlifting championship and one in World weightlifting championships. Both were held in Takshin, Uzbekistan. So Srikanth and Sen, both of them medals. Srikanth won silver, Akshay Sen won bronze in the Badminton World Federation World Badminton Championship. So India's ancient legacy of wellness is authored by Rekha Chaudhary. Good Governance Week is observed from 20 to 25th December. Former Supreme Court Justice who passed away recently, Justice Nanavati. Former Union Minister for Textiles belonging to Karnataka, R.L. Jallappa, also passed away recently. International Arbitration and Mediation Center is as inaugurated in Hyderabad in Telangana state. So these are all the current affairs for today. So please watch this video, quickly revise this video and answer the MCQs at 7 p.m. in our Telegram channel. Please subscribe our YouTube channel, like and share our videos, join the Telegram channel, download the Career Power Hyderabad app. We will provide the links in the description as well as comment section below. Thank you students. We'll meet in the next class.